The Brilliance of Cinematic Criticism by Michael Weiss. Oh, God. No, too masturbatory. Come on, Michael, what are you thinking? All right, come on. How about On Cinematic Beauty? A column by Michael Weiss. Okay, this is a little better. I can work with this. Maybe I go another direction. Something with some gravitas. The Lost Art of Film Criticism by Mike Weiss. Yeah. That is the one. Oh, yes. How do we start this? Okay. It is said that going to the movies is an experience like going to church. You're cloistered in a dark room where reverence is expected. You're quiet, patiently waiting to learn something about yourself or the world around you. A cinematic sermon delivered by a Pentecostal preacher. For those of us who wish to dive deeper into the religion of cinema, the only guides we have are the critics of film. But, like albino tigers in the jungle hunted for their pelts and used as aphrodisiacs, film critics are in increasingly short supply. Oh, I love this. This really works. We'll have to see. There is something noble and pure about a man or woman who offers their eyes through which to see art. When we see art through someone else, we seek to find inspiration, a new way of thinking. Yes, there are some critics who offer little but their jaded views, and it's amazing they still have jobs. The best critics offer something more. Criticism at its best helps illuminate and teach, but there's emotion there too. There's something magical about seeing a film through the wondrous eyes of another. It can help you relive an experience, or make things new, or help you see something you haven't. Oh, God, that sounds preachy. It's true, right? The point of a critic isn't to agree with them because they're not always right. Their job is subjective. The point is to hope that they can open your eyes. And when we open our eyes to the experience of others, then maybe, just maybe, we can bring people together.
Boom, some explosions, a car chase, a dinosaur, anything. God.
Yeah, I did not like that. Wait, is that Mike Weiss? Do you know him? Do you think you could introduce me?
Sure.
Mike.
What's up, man? Mary here wanted me to introduce you.
Oh,
Hi.
Mary Daniels, Mike from the Tribune.
pleased to meet you.
Oh, like,
How do you do? Why'd you want to meet this guy?
I love reading your reviews, Mr. Weiss. You have a beautiful way with words.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Please call me Mike.
Well, Mary here is a big movie fan. That's why I took her to the press screening. And I'm actually shocked that she knows who you are.
Wow, yeah, movies just speak to me like they speak to you.
Well, Mary was just telling me about the movie we just watched.
Oh, really? Well, what did this movie say to you?
Not a whole lot, actually. I mean, it was passable in a lazy kind of way, but there was no character development whatsoever.
No character development?
Yeah, they were so shallow.
A prestidigitating skeptic falls in love with a religious woman, and then he dumps her and professes his love for a man. That is a Noah-sized ark.
Yeah, I'm with Mary on this one. Yeah, they did all this great stuff on paper, but it just didn't come off on the screen.
Yeah, Drew, you're right. Didn't come off. I mean, he only developed so far that he admitted his true sexual orientation.
No, I kind of agree with Drew. I mean, but as boring as this one was, I mean, at least it was a step up from, the Coens or that. Who's the director that all the critics like? The one with the really long, drawn out.
P.T. Anderson.
Yes, P.T. Anderson. I mean, this is bad, but I mean, at least it was short.
Totally.
Yeah, those directors you just mentioned, they're brilliant.
Hey, your reviews taught me to defend my opinion, even if we disagreed. Why are you walking away?
Hey, I was just so excited to share my opinion with a real critic.
I'm standing right here.
Well, maybe you two should know a little bit about film history before you complain about my opinion.
Well, we're not talking dusty old movies, Mike.
I don't know. I like old movies.
You do?
Oh.
Yeah.
Name one.
Usual Suspects.
1995. What's your favorite Capra movie?
I don't know who that is.
I really got a deadline. Nice meeting you.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh my God, she had terrible taste in movies, and I think I hated her. I hated her beautiful hazel eyes. I hated the way that she smelled flowers. I hated the way that she had this little lilt when she'd walk. And then when she'd stop to talk to me, she had this perfect pose. Like she was trying to say something with her face. Put her out of your mind. Put her out of your mind, Michael. You have a review to write. Let's open some eyes. Headline. Presto changeo. No, too gimmicky. Come on. Not enough context. Breaking the rules of attraction. Too straightforward. Oh no. Come on.
Let me get a Long Island and a Sex on the Beach. I'll be right back. Gotta go piss.
Vodka. Neat.
Fancy seeing you here.
Mr. Weiss, I didn't expect to see you here.
I didn't expect to see anyone here, let alone a woman with questionable taste in movies dating a questionable movie critic.
We're not dating. I mean, it's a date, but I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I think he's kind of a dick.
Oh. So what sort of non-dickish person do you want to date?
A beautiful writer.
Do you mean a writer who's physically attractive or a writer who writes eloquently?
What's that?
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. I'll worry about it tomorrow. After all, tomorrow's another day. What is taking Drew so long?
Who knows?
You ever see the Philadelphia Story?
Did that just come out?
1940. George Cukor. Jimmy Stewart was in it. He won an Oscar for it. Katharine Hepburn. Cary Grant.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Anyway, the point is, Katharine Hepburn's character is with the wrong guy. And she's at a party and ends up leaving with Jimmy Stewart instead.
What's your point?
My point is, do you want to leave the party with Jimmy Stewart?
I thought your name was Mike.
Forget the movie. Do you want to get out of here?
I thought you'd never ask.
How did you end up with a guy like that?
Drew? Blind date.
You. But, oh, come on. I cannot see you having to be set up, especially with a guy like Drew.
I take it you don't like Drew.
I don't. Drew's fine. I mean, he's just not a film critic. You know what he is? He's a personality. He gets on his TV show and then in 5 seconds tells you whether or not he likes a movie or not. He adds nothing to the conversation. Do you know why? Because Drew has terrible taste in movies.
Oh, and what about my taste in movies?
Can we do over? What is your favorite movie?
Oh, I am not telling you anything after what you said earlier.
No, I promise I am.
Nope.
I am not going to make fun of you or laugh. I will be a statue, even if you tell me that your favorite movie
is some M. Night Shyamalan thing or an Adam Sandler comedy or The Wiz.
Do you promise?
My heart is crossed.
Okay. The Princess Bride.
That is good. Oh,
Yeah?
God, I love that movie. That
Oh,
is
finally.
good. That is an incredibly well-made film. I mean, it has got everything. It has got chases, escapes, fights, fencing, true love.
Kissing.
That's your favorite movie. Why is it you have such terrible taste in everything?
Hey, I like what I like, and I think I know what I like better than anybody else. You included.
Yeah, that is true. So, what is it you do to pay the bills?
Well, I actually want to write movies, but the only writing that I do nowadays is legal briefs.
Oh, law. And how did we get into law?
I went to school. How did you get into film criticism?
I went to school. First for film and then J school, which it's just a fancy way of saying journalism, but that's what we called it.
It's fancy.
Yeah, no, not very fancy at all.
So why the switch from film to criticism?
You know why? Because I realized that I didn't need to make art to appreciate it or to have other people appreciate it.
So it was less expensive.
Oh my God, yes. It was so less expensive.
So what do you love about movies so much?
Whoa. I don't know. I guess I like movies the same way I like art. I mean, every movie that I have seen, good, bad, or indifferent, has taught me something.
Sounds pretty academic.
No, but it's true. It's true. Movies have made me a better person, and movies have made lots of people better people.
Except Drew.
Of course, except Drew. Do you realize that when you walk into a movie, every time you are learning something?
I can see that.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the best movies teach us all of our innermost secrets that even we keep from ourselves. And our favorite movies tell us everything we need to know about ourselves.
So what does my favorite movie tell you about me?
You're intelligent. You like to laugh. I think deep down inside, you are a hopeless romantic that wants to find true love like a bolt from the blue, and nothing short of your knight in shining armor is going to suffice. And when you find that love, you would tear apart heaven and earth to keep it. Or you just might like guys with 6 fingers. Awkward. Yeah.
So what's your favorite movie?
Counselor, I object to this line of questioning. Oh, my favorite movie? I don't even know how to answer that. You know what? I don't have to answer it. I can show you. There's a midnight screening, but we gotta hurry, so we gotta go.
Oh, right now?
Yes, come
Okay,
on.
we're running.
We're running. Come on, run. I am so glad I got to show this to you. The look on your face when Rick told him to stop playing was priceless.
It's just the way he was looking at her when she walked in and he saw her for the first time. I was in pain for her. Why didn't she stay though?
Don't you think she loved her husband?
Yeah, but she told Rick that she wanted to stay.
Yeah, but maybe it was like Rick said, and she only told him that because she loved her husband and didn't want to see him killed.
Maybe.
You know, seeing this with you has made me forget all the terrible things that happened today.
Like what?
I'll worry about it tomorrow.
It was a beautiful film, Mike.
I know. Here's looking at you, kid.
Roger Ebert once said film criticism is important because film is important. And he's right about that. Film, since the very beginning, has been the great equalizer. It gives us something in common with everyone else and brings us all together. We learn from the time we're small about what's good and bad, right and wrong, by having those wiser than us point at something and say, "Isn't that horrible?" Or, "This is injustice," or, "How could we have done better?" Sometimes we forget to learn. Me most of all. And we need constant reminders. Film and criticism is that voice that helps us learn how to empathize, to understand. It shames those who would make meaningless films and, at least in my view, helps us see through each other's eyes. Print may be dead, but criticism's not. And the movies? Well, those are forever.
How would you feel about a little sex on the beach?